What's up, my crafty vapors? We are here talking about the settings for the Crafty Plus. Because the Crafty Plus only has one button, they do have a web app that is accompanied by it, or if you're on Android, there is a native app that you can download. iOS, we won't get into that, but because of their terms and conditions, you will have to use a web app. For me personally, I use something called Path Browser, which is a Bluetooth-enabled web app, readily available on iOS, super easy to use. It's also what I use for the Puffco app, so it's something I was really familiar with my Peak Pro. So to get to the app, first of all, you're going to go to this link here, which is app.storz-bickel.com, and it'll get you to this screen here. Then you hit connect. If you have permanent Bluetooth mode off and your device is not listed on this list, what you do is you just power the device on and it should pop up on this list. Or you can plug it in, and when it's plugged in, it usually turns the low Bluetooth mode on and you can see it on this list here. Once you see it on the list, you hit select and it will connect to the device. All right, and once it loads up, if you use Celsius, you can just leave it like that. If you are a Fahrenheit user, you can click the temperatures and it will switch it to Fahrenheit for you. The plus and minuses on each of these temperatures are pretty self-explanatory. That raises and lowers the regular one-button push temperature control. The boost temperature is your double click. So you can adjust that to be a bigger or smaller jump as you use the device and really fine-tune your experience. The triple click, that's something that's not customizable. What that does is it puts it all the way up to 410 degrees. And if you look, if it's at 410 degrees, your boost temperature is at 0. Because the device can not go any higher than 410, you can't boost. What I do, because I'm using the stainless steel cooling unit, I had to raise the temperature out of the box from the factory settings to 385. The one annoying thing about the app in the browser is that if you tap too quick, it zooms in and out. So you kind of have to do this very slow timed tap to get it to work. So now that I have it set at 385, I will put my boost up to 15. It's even a little harder with gloves on. So we're going to go and we're going to put the boost up to 20. Basically, I will have my boost temperature go just below max. And then if I need that extra little oomph, and really the only time I use that boost temperature at that max is when I'm using CBD. And CBD, I usually run a lot higher than my regular material. That is the temperature settings screen. Next up, we have settings. This is where you can turn off some of the settings for use. Vibration, that's when you hit the power button to start heating up, and then also when it is ready, it will vibrate. Any of these settings really will affect battery life, so if you're looking for max battery, you're going to just want to turn all of these settings down or off. I like the vibration one personally, that because I listen to a lot of stuff on headphones, or when I'm using the Crafty, I'm not necessarily looking at it, so the vibration for me is key to know when it is ready to start using. Permanent Bluetooth mode is what I was mentioning that you should for sure turn off. I don't really see a good reason to leave that on unless you are constantly fine-tuning and changing the temperature of the device. Charge indicator lamp. This one, if you charge your Crafty next to your bed at night, I could see wanting to turn this off. So this blinking light stops. If I turn it off, you can see that blinking light turns off. Turn it on and it blinks. That means it's low on battery. As you can see, I've been using my Crafty a lot, so it's actually pretty low. I also wanted to show you that if it is on low battery, it will blink like this, and once it is full, this blue light will be solid. I like to leave that one on. The LED brightness, that is the brightness of this LED, as well as when you are heating and using the device without it being plugged in, that controls the brightness of this LED. Automatic shutoff. This is your session timer. This controls how long your session will last once you get up to temperature. Next up, we have the Crafty screen. This will have all the information about your device, hours of operation, serial number, firmware version, firmware, Bluetooth, this analysis situation, which does a diagnostic on your device, and locate device. This locate device one is kind of cool. It's a Find My Crafty. If you hit that, the device starts vibrating. This is something that would probably need permanent Bluetooth to really maximize the potential use of that. But I mean, for me, I'm not really misplacing my Crafty, so leaving off permanent Bluetooth to maximize battery life is more valuable than Find My Crafty. But it is a fun little feature that they built into this. So you can just go ahead and hit that button, and you can see it starts blinking and vibrating. And to get that to stop, you just click the power button, and it goes right back to charging. Then, last all, you have information, which just links you over to the Storz Bickel website with troubleshooting, downloads of the manual, some how-to videos for the web app and other stuff like that. So a really good resource for people to use. And that is it for the Crafty app. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions or any other tips for the Crafty, hit me up in the comments. And as always, stay lifted.